What's up, guys? Hope you're having an awesome day today. Thanks for checking out my list of the best and worst looking Pokemon of each type, part 2. Just like the first video, these choices are based purely on looks and are my personal opinion. I made sure to not use any duplicate Pokemon for the ones with 2 types, and chose to not use any Mega Evolutions. Even though I do dislike some Pokemon designs, I want to make it clear that I don't outright hate any of them. That being said, here's the rest of the list. The best looking grass type is Trevenant, the Elder Tree Pokemon. Do I even need to explain this one? It's a freaking ghost tree. How cool is that? I like how they made the broken section of the wood look like teeth in a way. The leaves growing off its wrists look great, and the extra branches coming off are a nice touch too. Excellent job designing this haunted wooden monster. The worst looking grass type is Tangrowth, the vine Pokemon. Tangela looks kinda cool. Tangrowth does not. Something about Tangrowth is really unappealing to me. Maybe it's the wide stubby legs, or maybe the pink tipped vine fingers. I kinda just feel like Tangrowth really could have been designed in a much better looking way. What do you guys think? The best looking ground type is Nidoking, the drill Pokemon. This guy's been around since the beginning, looking totally badass the entire time. The armor-like skin and giant spikes lining his back and head make it seem incredibly defensive. The horn on its head, claws, teeth, and tail make it look incredibly offensive. All around, a fight with this guy would not be very pleasant. The worst looking ground type is Alolan Dugtrio, the mole Pokemon. They had an opportunity to redo a lazy design. What did we get? A Dugtrio with wigs. 3 Digletts with wigs. Either way you look at it, why was this thought actually made into a reality? I thought that its hair wasn't actually considered hair, and actually had a good explanation, so I looked into it. The Pokedex refers to it as hair and as whiskers, so I don't know. But what I do know is that putting hair on a Dugtrio is super lazy, on top of regular Dugtrio already being a lazy design. The best looking ice type is Kyurem Black, the boundary Pokemon. They did a near perfect job when creating this monster. The ice half and black half were fantastically handled. The one icy arm and one black arm look great. His head looks awesome, keeping on with the half black, half ice concept. The spiky shoulder ice is cool looking, and I don't think there's too much they could have done better, honestly, making Kyurem Black probably in my top 10 best looking Pokemon. The worst looking ice type is, you probably guessed it, Vanilluxe, the snowstorm Pokemon. I think this thing has its fair share of dislike among the Pokemon community, and unfortunately I am right there with them. As I was writing this, I realized that I have a slight problem with food type Pokemon in general, actually. When it comes to Vanilluxe, its lack of almost all body parts makes it seem boring to me, although I'm not sure adding them would have been a much better idea. The best looking normal type is Ditto, because its ability to be everything. Display. That would be too easy, so I'll settle with Braviary, the Valiant Pokemon. The red top of its body and the dark purple underneath are good base colors. The yellow and blue tipped tail feathers really stand out in a good way, and I also like how they did feathers coming off of his head. The worst looking normal type is Lickilicky, the licking Pokemon. I never liked Lickitung's design, but eventually I warmed up to it enough to find it tolerable. But then they evolved it into the thoroughly dumb looking Lickilicky. This pink wreck of a Pokemon with a dumb looking white design that reminds me of a bib, and a Wi-Fi symbol on its stomach, might just be the worst designed Pokemon in my opinion. This dumb thing on its head and the oversized tongue, stubby hands are all terrible too. Sorry Lickilicky, sorry you ended up looking like this. The best looking poison type is Dragalge, the mock kelp Pokemon. I like seahorses, dragons, and poison types. Dragalge being all 3 is simply awesome. I love how calm this Pokemon looks. On the other hand, it looks like it could put its enemies in a world of misery. The jagged spines coming off its body, filled with poison I'm assuming with its poison point ability, make this Pokemon seem like physically attacking it would be a very bad idea. The worst looking poison type is Galarian Weezing, the poison gas Pokemon. Weezing with some hacks. Come on now. Oh, look at that, an added mustache. Check this one out. It's got eyebrows and, I don't even want to know what that's supposed to be. Because to me, Galarian Weezing is just plain bad looking. I really just feel bad insulting this thing. It looks more miserable than regular Weezing, which is saying a lot. To be fair, I do like the grand green color scheme much more than regular Weezing's purple, but I'm afraid it's not nearly enough to make Galarian Weezing acceptable to me. The best looking Psychic type is Mewtwo, the genetic Pokemon. Originally I was going to pick Mew for this slot. It was a very tough choice because I like Mew as a Pokemon more, but when comparing the two side by side, I had to go with Mewtwo design wise. It appears that Mewtwo is much more of a threat, which, when making this list I realized, is a big factor for me when judging Pokemon designs. Although this image slightly tarnished my view of Mewtwo by making me always see an Ekans biting its crotch, whoever created this, thanks, I hate it. Can't deny that it's funny though. The worst looking Psychic type is Exeggutor, the coconut Pokemon. Why did the eggs become coconuts? Why does it still have egg in its name? Where did this tree come from? The coconut faces look bland and very dirty. I have so many questions about Exeggutor, but I'm afraid this Pokemon is just too bizarre for me to care enough about the answers. The best looking rock type is Tyrantrum, the Despo Pokemon. Wait, Despo Pokemon? I have no idea what that word means, so I'm gonna look that up real quick. Oh, Despot. Whoops. A ruler with absolute power and authority. Makes sense to me, considering how Tyrantrum is a frickin' T-Rex. Red scales and black claws, hell yeah. Look at its top teeth and jaw, they look like they could crush steel. I'm assuming it smacks stuff with its tail, which would already be bad enough, but if one of these spikes connected at the same time, I'm pretty sure it would be game over. I'm not sure what its neck thing is technically called, but it looks great too. The worst looking rock type is Barbaracle, the collective Pokemon. 4-armed monsters are usually pretty cool. We got Goro, Machamp, this other guy from Mortal Kombat, and you got Barbaracle. You put eyes on hands and I start to have an issue. I know the eyes were on hands on Binacle too, but they at least had 2 eyes apiece and it made it slightly easier to look at. But they made the hands Cyclopses, which makes them look worse. At least the one-eyed head has 2 eyes, but it's still a frickin' hand head. This thing's horrifying in a very bad way. The best looking steel type is Steelix, the Iron Snake Pokemon. The only problem is, it's hard to say many things about a Pokemon that doesn't have too many features. I suppose I just love the idea of a giant steel snake, and its creator did a great job making this one. Steelix is nightmare fuel with its angry looking red eyes and jagged metal teeth. This thing looks like it could crush anything it wanted with that massive jaw, or just imagine getting squeezed by this 30-foot serpent. Steelix is one of the endless reasons I'm glad Pokemon aren't real, but I'm definitely glad it exists in the Pokemon world. The worst looking steel type is Berserker, the Viking Pokemon. I'll start by saying I'm not the biggest fan of Vikings. They're cool and all, but just not my thing. I also should mention that I love the original Meowth in Persian, and the Alolan variants aren't too terrible. But Galarian Meowth and this downgrade from Persian are just ugly though. I think it's mostly the helmet that I dislike. They probably added it to get the point of it being a Viking cross, but why does it need to be a Viking in the first place? The best looking water type is Golisopod, the hard-scale Pokemon. Golisopod is one of the reasons I couldn't do duplicate Pokemon on this list. It would have taken the bug and the water spot. Cause look how flippin' awesome this thing is. How would you even go about fighting it? If I were a Pokemon, I got 2 options. Ranged special attacks, because I'm not going near that thing, or curl up in a ball and hope it ends quick. The worst looking water type is Ludicolo, the carefree Pokemon. It probably should have been a little less carefree when designing this stupid looking Pokemon. This dancing pineapple duck with a sombrero and oven mitts is so hard for me to take seriously. It kinda makes me angry with this much of a carefree attitude. I mean, it always looks so damn happy. We're battling. Why are you dancing? Ludicolo needs a quick plan. And that's going to wrap up the second half of my list for the best and worst looking Pokemon of each type. If you enjoyed the video, giving it a like would greatly help me out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when I make more Pokemon and gaming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.